It's Matt Collins, and it's approximately about 5:05. We're on our way to Long Pond ice fishing. It's gonna be fun. First fish of the day. What is this? You think what size is this?
It's probably a 20-inch pickerel.
20-inch pickerel. Ah! Sometimes when the fishing's slow, you gotta make some fish art.
What do you got, Mac?
I don't know. It's a fish. No, it's a perch. Ooh. Ow! Look at the head. Look at the head on it.
Justin's gonna laugh when he sees that thing.
I take a photo of it.
What is he?
It's a perch.
Nice. Is he a keeper?
Sure.
All right. Good job.
Oh, it's all wet there. I realized. There's something there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Any size to it?
No. There's a dinky one.
Little guy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, or just the Grafton State Park largemouth bass. There you go, buddy. Go. Come on. Get in there. My name is Matt Collins, and I will be showing you how to fillet a fish. So first, you're going to start off by cutting quarter-inch incision right above the gills. Now, when you do this, make sure to get your knife right under the scales, because you don't want to dull your knife. Now what you're going to do, since you've done that, you're going to take your knife and right above the backbones, you're just going to take your tip of your knife and just cut right along there. And now once you've gotten to this orange gill here, well, this is only on a perch if it's orange, you're going to push it right above that gill. I'm not gill, fin. So now what you're going to do is going to angle your knife and you're just going to cut it right down. So now you've got this exposed and you've got all that. So now what you're going to do, you're going to cut about an eighth of an inch incision right along here until you get to the rib cage, and then you're going to cut above the rib cage so you don't impale it. So now that you've gotten that, now what you're going to do is you're going to put the fish over here when you're done with that. So now you have the fillet. Now you're going to cut up, skin the fish. Alright, Poppy, come on here. So you're going to turn it around. When you get kind of like the thin meat side, you're going to take your fork and push it right, not in the meat, but on the skin. Then you're going to angle your knife against the fork and you just kind of just slide it across the skin. Now if you notice getting meat on the skin still, push a little bit downwards or angle your knife a little more. And voila, now you have yourself a piece of perch meat. Thank you. My name is Matt Collins, and now we are going to cut a crappie. So, same thing with the perch. You're going to start right where its gill is. You find the gill, and you cut right here. Make sure you get your knife under the scales. And you're just kind of going to go. Now, with the crappie, there's more meat kind of right here than on the crappie. These are obviously different kind of fish. I meant perch, the other one. And so what you're going to do, you're going to get right under the scales. Then you're going to kind of cut kind of diagonally almost. Or if you prefer just to cut it, you can just cut it kind of straight down. So now what you're going to do is you're going to, same thing with the perch. You're going to take your knife and you're kind of going to go under the skin, just the tip of your knife. You don't want to go too much in. And you're right across the backbone. So now, with the perch, you kind of did it over up here, more closer to the head. But with crappie, you don't want to do that because there's a lot more meat all down here. So when you do this, you kind of want to do right between kind of like an inch off of where this tail ends, the bottom tail ends, or top tail. Top fin, not tail. Ooh. So what you're going to do now is the same thing with the perch. You're going to push your knife all the way through until it comes out the other side. Then you're going to take it and you're just going to slide it down. I know you probably couldn't see that. So now with this, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife, kind of start here, and you're just going to slide it across, exposing more of that meat until you kind of get down to the rib cage here. You can kind of hear it when you hit the rib cage. But with this meat's a little thicker, so you're going to have to cut it a little deeper. See, now once you've reached the rib cage, you can now start to cut a little upwards. So yeah, you're missing the rib cage. So now the rib cage is, rib cage is kind of right here, so you gotta start cutting a little upwards. So now, when you're cutting this now, always make sure that you have about like an inch still connected, so that you're not holding the meat, but the fish is still holding the meat. So now that you've made that hole, since you're doing, so it's kind of like, it's hard to explain, but there's two different sides of fish. You've got your right side, then your left side, but since you're doing right side, you kind of can go in this way so you don't cut your fingers. Then you can turn it around, and then you can go down. So now, then you cut this part off. Okay, calm down, little fishy. So now you have this fish nice and cut. And so now, same thing with the perch. You're gonna take your fork, so like the thin side of the meat, and put your knife down in there, and just kind of just keep going down your fish. And voila, now you have crappie meat. Thank you. Hi, my name is Mac, and we're about to cook the fish we just filleted. So now, I already started this a little bit. First you want to kind of melt butter in the bottom of a pot. Make sure it's nice and hot. And then what you're going to do now is you're going to take your fillets that you have now, and you're going to cut them into like little strips. About, not a small size, but a good size. Yeah, take them and just cut them up. So now what you want to do now, since you just cut your fish now, with the butter, here, you can come on over here. With the butter now. Now you have butter, right? It's nice sizzling hot in the pan. Take a little bit of season it, kind of not like season it. This is also called point man shrimp. So, I don't know why it was like that. Just a little bit of salt in there, just to season the butter if it doesn't have salt. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your fish, and you're gonna lay it down in there. Now some are gonna cook faster than others, but it's okay. Alright, so now that they're in there, let me see if I can fit one more down in there. So now that they're in there, right, put this down. So what you're going to do now is you can put whatever seasoning you really want in there. I'm going to choose some salt, put some salt on top. And then get a little bit of Creole seasoning. You can sprinkle that right on there. Get a helping of that. And just a little bit of black pepper. I only have a little bit, so it's not going to be a lot, but it's okay. So now, just let them sit for about 2.5 minutes. Put a top on it, and then you'll come back and they'll be done. Thank you. I'm back. For that rhymed. Once for the 2 minutes the fish cooked, and now I'm back, and now I'm gonna plate it. Put it somewhere. Now you're gonna take them, scoop them up with your fork. You're just gonna plate them. That's all I need. They're already seasoned with butter, and whatever seasoning you put on them. So now all you gotta do is just scoop them and put them on. No, this is kind of a boring process. You can have a conversation with someone as you're plating them. But if you got no one around, then you can just talk to yourself. But I'm technically not talking to myself because I have a cameraman and you people watching, hopefully. Sorry that I called you people, producers. I'm so sorry, or judges, whomever is watching this. Don't correct me on my grammar, I know I'm bad at it. Okay, and now that is your plated and cooked fish that you've now learned how to fillet and cook. Thank you for watching and listening to me talk, and I will see you hopefully in California, as I mentioned in a couple videos.